I'm Doug Hoyes, a licensed insolvency trustee with Hoyes, Michalos and Associates, and today I'd like to talk to you about tax debt relief. Tax debts are one of the most stressful kinds of debts. Dealing with CRA is very intimidating, but there's good news. It is possible to settle tax debts just like we settle other debts, like credit cards. In fact, about a third of all the debts we settle are tax debts. The problem, of course, is that CRA has very strong collection powers. They can do things unlike a regular creditor who needs to go to court and sue you and get a court order without a court order. For example, they can get a wage garnishment against you, or they can take steps to be freezing your bank account, seizing investments, or registering a lien on your property. So if you owe money on taxes, you don't want to delay and wait around until they've put a lien on your home. So what are your options if you can't pay your taxes? Well, if you just need a bit of a break in terms of time, then it's possible to enter into a voluntary repayment plan with CRA. They will give you up to a year, provided you can pay your taxes in full. It's also possible to make a fairness application to CRA and ask them to reduce or eliminate the interest and penalties that you owe. Now, this is a somewhat cumbersome procedure. Often you would hire a tax lawyer or a tax accountant to do it, and to be successful you have to demonstrate that you have extraordinary circumstances and you're suffering hardship. So it's not a simple matter. If you can't afford to pay your taxes in full, then you need debt relief. Unfortunately, CRA will not make a deal with you directly to pay less than the full amount owing. Why? Well, it's the law, and they certainly don't want to set the precedent of making a deal with you, because then everyone else will want a deal as well. The only exception to that is a consumer proposal filed by a licensed insolvency trustee. Why? Well, a consumer proposal is part of the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Act, and because it's federal law, it's binding on CRA just like it's binding on every other creditor. It also includes other debts. So if, for example, you have money owing on credit cards, you can include the credit cards with your tax debts in the consumer proposal you file. To find out more about consumer proposals, you can click on the little I in the top right-hand corner of this video. Now, if you can't afford a consumer proposal, bankruptcy is also an option to deal with tax debts. Either a consumer proposal or a bankruptcy does give you debt relief because it deals with and eliminates income taxes as well as things like source deductions, HST, and GST. However, a consumer proposal or a bankruptcy can only be filed by a licensed insolvency trustee. That's the only way you can get legal tax debt relief. To find out more, you can visit hoyes.com or check out our playlists right here on YouTube.